This is rock and roll.
We're no strangers to love. You know the root, and so do I. Oh, commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Got to make you understand right. Give you up, never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and hurt you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other all so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. You know the game and we're gonna play it. And I'm asking you how I'm feeling. Got to make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and hurt you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give you up. With no strings to love, you know the root, and so do I. Oh, for commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Got to make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and hurt you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and hurt you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. How many people like Cool in the Gang? Put your hands up in the air.
We are here at Stepinac High School. My name is Dennis Dion Nardone. Happy to be here. Of course, tonight's the big show, and we have the original lead singer of the Shirelles sitting right here in the room with me, Shirley Alston Reeves, with her backup singers. And tonight we've got a great oldies show, and Shirley has allowed us a few minutes to say hello. And with that, I'll say hello, Shirley Alston Reeves.
Hello, ladies. How are you tonight?
Very good. The original lead singer of the Shirelles. And why don't you introduce backup singers?
Okay, now this is Miss Iris Lammers, and this is Miss Madeline Morris.
Now, how long have the backup singers been with you?
Well, let them tell you. Okay,
Okay,
how's
go
that?
ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
I've been with Shirley for 32 years.
32
How you
years.
like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Now, you were telling me you're originally from the Bronx, New York, because we are on the Bronx Net Channel.
That's right. Castle Hill.
Castle
Adelaide
Hill
Stevenson.
in the house. And what high school did you go to?
Adelaide Stevenson.
Wow.
Many moons ago.
Now, when we show this TV show, I'm sure a few of them are going to come out of the woodwork and say, I remember her.
And I'm going to say, I don't remember you.
Young lady, you're from Philadelphia.
Yes, originally.
And did you go to that famous high school with Bobby Rydell and Chubby Checker went to? No, you didn't go to that high school. Did you come out of Philly with the sound of Philadelphia? Singing all that? So they always say the sound of Philadelphia? No.
On my own.
How did you get into doo-wop, by the way?
Well, I originally started with the Orlons,
Oh, okay. Okay.
Stephen Caldwell's Orlons, and then up to Shirley.
And how long have you been with Shirley now?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
And you got 30 plus years of, and how did you start?
Oh, I used to sing with a Spanish group.
Okay.
And I did also.
Was that J-Lo back in the Castle Hill?
Nah, I didn't
Oh,
sing with
okay.
J-Lo. No. Then I went into with my ex-husband. Sorry. We did our own thing, and then
Yeah.
somebody told me that Shirley was looking for a background singer. I said, "Well, I'm Hispanic. I don't know if I'm gonna fit." And she saw me standing looking for an address. She looked behind me and said, "That's me." I said, "Oh, okay, well." And I got the call that night and got the job. Yeah.
There you go, 32 years ago. Shirley Olsen Reeves, let's go way back. Passaic High School,
Oh, boy.
okay? You were a teenager,
Yes.
and if I remember, my readings right, you guys did a contest, you and the girls, you were in a contest,
Well, we
and
sang
that's
at a
how
talent
basically,
show, yeah.
talent show.
Yeah, at Passaic High School. And Mary Jane Greenberg, whose mom owned a record company, a small label at the time, saw us perform at the high school, and we received a standing ovation. And she asked us to come and sing for her mom, who owned this
Do
company.
you remember what song you sang in the talent show?
Of course,
You
because we went home and actually wrote a song so that we can perform it in the upcoming talent show, which was entitled "I Met Him on a Sunday." Do you remember that?
And you still sing that song now?
Yes, sometimes we put it in the show, sometimes I leave it out.
Wow, so, and then you signed your first record label, right? If I remember from my...
Tiara Records, yeah.
Okay. And then your first big hit, do you remember?
Too long ago.
No. But some great hits though you come up with, and
Yes.
some great songwriters, and that wrote songs for you that you guys, when I say you guys, of course I mean
Yeah, of
ladies,
course.
I'm sorry, that recorded. Now, and of course, let me start with,
See, you get like
Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow?
Carol King.
Okay, Carol King. Now, did you know how big she was at that time when she wrote that song? Did you have any kind of focus knowing who she was with her husband at the time?
You know, not really, because they kept us on the road so much, performing on the road with the Shirelles and I, you know, of course, as a group. And we never really were in charge of choosing our own songs. So when the song was presented to us, I said, well, I told our producer, Luther Dixon, I said, I don't think that's a Shirelles song. I don't think that's going to be like it. I don't think, he says, well, what do you mean? I said, I don't know. I said, I don't think that's really a Shirelles song. So he said, well, Shirley, he says, we're just going to record the song. He says, and we'll put it in an album if it doesn't make it.
Big
Who would
hit.
know? Million sellers.
It's it. Now, of course, Soulja Boy.
Yes.
Big hit, big monster hit. Especially nowadays, the focus on the veterans. The song is probably bigger than ever. And
Yes.
just a big hit, million seller.
Can never leave the stage without doing that song.
Is that always basically your last song of the night?
Well, usually. It depends on how much time they give us, you know, to perform.
Can you show me your salute? I always love the way you salute during that song.
Me?
Yeah, show me the salute. Yeah, there you go. See? And yours? Wow.
We got this.
Let me ask the ladies, do you have a favorite Shirelles song, by the way?
I do. What
Okay.
is it again?
You like me?
You want the B-side?
I like
A Thing of the Past?
I love Thing of the Past.
I'll never becoming a Thing of the Past.
Oh my God.
But she does a very good job on Foolish Little Girl.
Yes.
She does
Well, we talked about that last week on the radio when I said how you did that little comedy act.
Yeah.
Foolish little girl, you make all your faces.
Yeah.
And all this type of stuff, and you can have them about
Yeah, we make it cute.
Foolish little girl. And what's your favorite Shirelles song? You have one?
Baby, it's you.
Right. Anyway, I am here with Shirley Olsen Reeves, with a background singer, the original lead singer of the Shirelles Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, you're in so many vocal Hall of Fames, New Jersey, this one.
New Jersey Hall of Fame, the Doo-Wop Hall of Fame, the National Women's Hall of Fame, me alone, not the group, but
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that.
Well,
Of course, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Rock and Roll Hall of
1996. 1996, we were in that.
1996. I mean,
Yes.
like I said, with all those other Hall of Fames, very nice, you know, be proud of them. But when they're top one, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes,
That's a big accomplishment.
certainly
And
am.
you got to be very, very proud.
I certainly am.
And after all these years, you're still knocking out songs. You still have people coming out. People still love your music, especially Soulja Boy and
You still love me
We Still
tomorrow,
Love Me
your
Tomorrow.
favorites.
And I was telling you on the radio, one of my favorite songs to play during Mother's Day is Mama Said.
That's my
And
wife.
and I don't even have to play it before I start getting phone calls. Play Mama Said, Mama Said. And, so it's great. It's a great song. And
Well, thank you for
I didn't
that.
ask you, do you have a favorite Shirelles song?
Well, I actually have a couple of them. So, and one of my favorites is one of the ones that both of those I really adore. I love to do Baby It's You, and I love to sing Our Love's Becoming a Thing of the Past, which is a B-side.
Okay.
But it's a beautiful song, and all through all the years of me doing all these songs, I did come to love it, and really, really love to do We Still Love Me Tomorrow.
Do you have a website?
No.
No website. Okay, well,
I'm a dinosaur.
so if anyone out there wants to get to see you and your backup singers,
All these years they haven't had a
how
problem.
do they find you?
They get me from advertisements, I suppose. I'm on the internet, right? Google. You can Google me. Google.
And it'll say your events, where you're going to be.
Well, I don't know.
Because that's how I know where we're working.
Well, anyway, listen, I know you guys got to get ready for the show tonight here at Stepanak High School, so I won't take up much more time, but thank you so very much for a few minutes for our TV show called This Is Rock and Roll, and very proud to have you guys on the show.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so
keeping
very
the
much.
music
Good luck.
alive.
Keep rocking forever.
All right.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
So the boy doesn't tell me.
We are back. This is Rock and Roll. My name is Dennis Dion Nardone, and we are backstage, and well, actually the dressing room. And tonight's show we have Shirley Reeves, the original singer of the original lead singer of the Shirelles. So right now, sitting to my left is Mr. Sonny Turner, the man that replaced Tony Williams with the Platters. And true honor to have him on my TV show. This is Rock and Roll. Sonny, welcome.
Welcome to you. Thank you for having us. We're very glad to be with you.
Well,
I stepped in Tony Williams' spot. You can't be replaced like that,
No,
a voice like that.
exactly.
Yeah, so I stepped into his position.
Okay, you did a fine job. And we're going to talk about how that all happened.
Yeah.
But let's introduce everyone
This
here.
is Cassie, our female vocalist, and she's also a teacher. She's also a vocalist, pianist, and she'll do your hair for you.
Captain, where are you from?
I'm originally from Baltimore, but I'm a New Yorker.
Okay.
She's,
And I know that he's the guitar player,
yes,
and he's been with you many, many years, right?
30 years, Mr. Steve Cantor, conductor extraordinaire.
Yes, we worked together last April out in Holy Cross, and he did a tremendous job.
Yeah, and
making
he's my
everything
road
go.
manager, and also, you know, he
Yeah.
hides money from me.
The two handsome guys behind you, who are they?
This is the wonderful Ray. He has a radio. He's a radio personality. Say something, Ray. Tell him who you
I
are.
do. I'm Baby Ray. I'm from North Carolina. I'm here in New York now, and I do have a radio. I'm trying to get closer to Dennis Nordone. We'll
Reach
be working
that
together
status.
real soon.
Yes.
Reach the Nordone status.
And the other fine gentleman?
My name is Obi, and right now I'm living my dream. I'm actually singing with one of the finest musicians in my lifetime, Brother Sonny Turner. And like I said, I'm living my dream. That's
Beautiful. You're behind a legend, that's for sure.
Yes,
You guys should be very, very proud. Where did you grow up? Yeah.
Actually, I was born in Rochester, New York,
Okay.
but I grew up in Detroit, Michigan in the 60s
Oh, okay.
during the Motown era.
You were down the street from Marvin Gaye or somebody,
Down
weren't
the
you?
street from Marvin Gaye,
Yeah.
around the corner from Aretha. Never met either of them.
Beautiful.
Never saw either of them.
All right, Sonny Turner, let's
Yes,
go
sir.
back, baby. Let's go to Cleveland,
Let's
Ohio.
go way back.
Now you were singing in the club.
Yeah.
What was the name of that club?
It was called the Music Box.
The Music Box.
And 55th and 105th and Euclid Avenue.
Okay.
Never will forget it. It was the start of God's blessing. Said, "Step up, Sonny, it's your
Yes.
turn." So,
Right, because
that's
someone
what-
came up to you and said, "Hey, Tony Williams is leaving the Platters. Why don't you try out?" And they had over 100 people try it out. And what happened?
Well, long story short, there was a lot of auditioners, and as I understand it, so when I sang and sang live for them at a club called Henry's, it was a supper club, and they had invited me from Cleveland and paid my expenses. And we went to the supper club. It was like a movie. I thought it was in the Casablanca movie. It was so great. And they asked me to sing on stage. I thought I was going to go back dressing room and sing for them.
Yeah, yeah.
And they would, decide. But they asked me to go up on the stage and sing. Luckily, I was in a group called Metrotones who was singing. Now, here's the way God works. He put me in a position. I'm in a group called the Metrotones. I took over for that group's lead singer. He was drafted into the Army. So I took over for him in the Metrotones. All right, long story short, there I am alone. After the guys were drafted, 2 more guys were drafted. I'm doing my single. And then walks the man into the Music Box. He was a scout for Buck Ram. Buck Ram was sending him, and he was a Clevelander and an agent. So happens now. He's from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Came in to see Red Fox. I was opening night for Red Fox.
Right.
So he came in as I was performing. And when I finished singing, he beckoned to me to come out over to speak with him. And he told me, he said, "You did a fine job, young man." He says, "Listen, I want to talk to you." I said, "Fine, sir." He started talking to me, and he said, "The Platters." I said, "Are you kidding? My group, the Metrotones, we used to emulate the Platters. We had 4 guys and a girl. Well, Platters. I love the Platters." He said, "Well, Tony Williams is leaving the Platters." I said, "I read about it in the trade papers."
Yeah.
He said, "Well, I think we found our lead singer." I said, "Oh, great, wonderful." He said, "You." Well, I laughed just like you did just now. So he got me with that one.
Yeah.
But he said, "No, I'm serious. Give me his card."
This is what, 1959 or so?
Yeah, 1950. It was late 50, middle of 59. And he gave me his business card. I told my mother about it. My mother said, "You have everything to gain, nothing to lose. Go see the man." I went to see him. They paid my expenses. I sent a picture to Buck Ram and also a audio tape.
Yeah.
And Buck Reeves said, bring him to Milwaukee. We want to talk to him. I went to Milwaukee, as I said, the Henry Supper Club. And I met Buck Ram, Herb Reed, David Lynch, Paul Robbie, David Zola Taylor. Tony Williams was not at the table at that time. And then they talked to me, long story short, they called their their musical director, Rupert Brinker, to come out and talk to me and asked me if I had any charge. I said, no, can't afford charges, but I got some musical, I got some sheet music. And he said, well, good enough. And I had 4 songs prepared to sing for him. And they asked me, I said, well, I was prepared to go backstage and sing for them. They said, no, we want you to go up on the stage. I said, in front of this crowd of people, everybody's dressed in tails and furs. And they said, well, ladies and gentlemen, we have an old friend of ours, not ours, dropped in. He's going to sing for you. And a big round of applause. And I went out and I started singing. And I did a Jackie Wilson song, opened up with a Jackie Wilson. And I did All Right, Okay, You Win. Then I said, and they said, go back out. I got an encore, would you believe? I got an encore, went back out, and Buck Reeves said, sing Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. I said, excuse me? I'm in here, this is the Platters engagement, and singing, and Tony Williams is somewhere in the club.
Speaking of Tony, okay.
No, then I did the song, and it was wonderful. Long story short, then big round of applause, went off the stage, and I walked down behind through the curtain, and there stood Tony Williams.
All right, speaking of Tony Williams, now let's jump ahead. You get the job. You're with the Platters. And I'm sure somewhere along the line, Tony Williams hears you. Does he come up to you?
He heard me that night. He shook my hand, put his hand on my shoulder, and said, that was really good. Wow. And he was smiling. He was 6 feet tall, good-looking guy. You know, very generous, very nice. Look, it's good. Well, I was pretty.
Sonny Turner of the Platters. Now you're with the Platters 9 years?
No, 12.
12?
12 years, my friend.
Okay, and one of my favorite songs we were talking about on the radio last week, With This Ring.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm mine too. I love it. It's like a little Sonny Turner national.
I play it just about every week on the radio. I love
Thank you so much. I got a new one out. Let's go way back.
Okay.
You got to play it. If you don't play it, I'll be at your house when you get home.
That might be good.
Me and the fellas, we're going to be there.
All right, now let me ask everyone else, what's it feel like to sing with this, to perform and play on stage with this legend? Watch him go out there, work the audience, sing all those Platters hits. What's it feel like?
It's a total delight.
Payday.
And so much fun.
Yes.
The fun is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to have you. Really. You know, and I will pay you.
But thank you.
You get paid first.
Sonny Turner, growing up, when you were shorter than what you are.
Last year.
I didn't mean it that way.
Too late.
Who did you emulate? Who did you?
Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr.
One of my great idols, and Nat King Cole was my first idol. He's rich in his talent, blessed in his talent. He sang in 4 different languages. We learned at the Metrotones, and my singing, we learned to sing in Spanish. We learned to sing in the German language. We learned to sing in the different languages that he sang in, and he taught us. And what I loved about him, it was grooming, class, well-groomed, well-versed, talented, and that's what we respected. And that's why I loved it. Jackie Wilson was one of my book friends too.
And real quickly, you love the audience, you love performing, you feel it from the heart. You still got it. You go out there, you just want to absorb the audience, and you want them to absorb.
It's a transfer of feelings, you know, and the vibe you get. You know, they know you never play the audience cheap. They're smart. They've been everywhere and they learn everything. Never play.
Your favorite Platter song?
The Platter songbook.
All right, we got to go, and we're going to go to a few videos. You're going to see Sonny Turner and everyone else on stage. My name is Dennis Nardone. We got to go. This is rock and roll. God bless you. God bless the USA. Let's go to the video.
God bless you.
Ask me how I knew my true love was true. Something here gets smoke gets in your arms. So I'm sure they'll enjoy getting along. Do you think they could just yeah, today my love has blown away. I am without more love. Friends to draw tears I cannot hide. So I smile and sing when a lovely flame dawns. Smoke gets in your arms. Smoke gets in your arms. Smoke gets in your arms. Sonny Turner, ladies and gentlemen. Sonny Turner, did you enjoy that?
City girl, took the chance with the BX girl. I see what you're doing out there. I see those moves you're making. I'm here to let you know, baby, cause I'm the one. So my name is Vic and I'm really slick. And I hold my realists and I do them really quick. When I'm on the job, putting on the show, cause I'm looking bold out like another Rambo.
Hey Al, I got an idea.
Hey everybody, are you going to the Holiday Pop concert? The Lehman College and Community Band invites you to Holiday Pops at Lovinger Theater at Lehman College, featuring a mix of seasonal music and celebratory classics for wind band on December the 23rd. Lock it! Lehman College and the Community Band will perform a wide range of works. Included in the program will be perennial holiday favorites such as Christmas Festival and Sleigh Ride, both composed by Leroy Anderson, and another sleigh ride, Troska, from Sergei Prokofiev. Orchestral suite for the film Lieutenant Kaiji, plus a medley entitled Festive Sounds of Hanukkah. Now the admissions are free and the donations are always welcome. This event starts at 2 p.m. Lovinger Theater and Lehman campus is located at 250 Bedford Park Boulevard, West Bronx, New York. For more information, you have to call 718-960-8247. Once again, it's 718-960-8247.